Love and Deepspace has officially announced their version 4.0 special program set to livestream across different platforms on June 27th, 2025. With the announcement, they gave us a beautiful key visual of outer space, which at a glance makes sense. Love and Deepspace loves making references to the cosmic universe and its many galaxies. But is there a deeper meaning in this unassuming image? Today, we are going to analyze this image and speculate on what may or may not be announced in the live stream. I could be completely wrong with my guesses, but that is the fun of critical thinking. So let us all take a look at this image a little bit more closely. So here we have the image. Now, I honestly, every single time Love and Deepspace makes an announcement, whether it's a banner or a new event, I always love these images because there is just subtle hints in these images that maybe not a lot of people pay attention to. Now, for me, I just love the text that's going on because it's sparkly, it's gold, it just screams special announcement. And considering that they are announcing version 4.0, yes, this is major news. In the last version update, we got all new interaction features in the game, a story update, and Caleb debuting as the new love interest. And honestly, we could be getting a similar looking update for version 4.0. This image hints at all of that just by looking at some of the finer details. Now, the first thing I immediately notice is that, first of all, we're in outer space. Why is there blossoms falling through the frame? The blossoms, they look like they could be cherry blossoms, but honestly, knowing our lovely love interest, these blossoms are more likely Asiatic apple blossoms. So this could hint something coming up for Caleb, considering it is more to the forefront of the image and kind of like more in your face in comparison to the rest of the background. It is honestly very possible that in the next story update that Caleb is going to come back into the picture after Homecoming Wings. This does not mean, though, we won't be getting an update for Xavier and Raphael. What I mean by that is the way that the text looks kind of reminds me, for some reason, Xavier's light blade. And not only that, we're kind of more focused on the planet here, which in case you guys forget or didn't know, planets are usually associated with Xavier along with stars in general. But honestly, there is an argument going back and forth that technically planets fits Caleb more, considering his X02 myth also focused on planets, especially with the event. But there's a whole entire separate argument about that we're not going to get into. I don't know, personally, to me, when I see a planet, I think Xavier because I'm thinking about Philo. I'm thinking about how Xavier had to travel through the deep space tunnel accidentally and arrived on Earth. We don't even know if the planet is Earth. It could be Philo. It could be, honestly, any planet. My mind also flashes back to Xavier's branching story trailer, which was Voyage of the Outcast, where we prominently see Earth and Xavier's spaceship shooting across the sky above the Earth. And along the bottom of this image, it looks like it's almost like a desert of dunes, which could reference Raphael's Abyss Walker myth, or arguably it could also be ocean waves, which we did get Raphael's new myth, Lemurian sea gods, so we may also get a story update regarding Raphael and Xavier as well. This is like all in the forefront, so this might be a hint of the upcoming story update. Another thing I want to point out is this very bottom corner. You can see that is what looks like a set of ruins here in the background in this very, very tiny unassuming corner. Now, this could honestly be two things. Going back to, like, what if this is the dunes? I did mention Raphael's Abyss Walker myth, but this could also be the ruins that was mentioned in Silas's limited run memory, Lost Oasis. Because in that memory, it was mentioned that Silas did find himself in a desert, and I think he was on the way trying to find a set of ruins by himself for some reason. But then he was picked up by the lovely older person, I believe it was an old lady, and he was taking care of it and he got to recover. It could be that, or once again, if we go back to the fact that maybe these waves are actually ocean waves, what if these are the ruins of the sea god's tomb that we did learn about in Raphael's new myth? it's entirely possible that we may get an extension on Raphael as the Lemurian sea god in the main story now. Next up, in the background, you can see we have 5 shooting stars, with one of them looking more faded than the others. Now, this could honestly go anywhere. They could each maybe represent each of the love interests. We don't know. So maybe one star is like, each star represents like Xavier, Zane, Raphael, Silas, Caleb. But it makes me very interested why one of the shooting stars is faded. Now, this could easily maybe reference the character that we saw at the end of Homecoming Wings that was silhouetted that said, "Oh, I've been waiting for MC," or something. Here, I'll put the clip here. I honestly don't remember what he said, but this could be a hint at this character, because we know this character is sickly, and he is the caveat that basically started this whole looking for eternal life, because maybe he's the one who needs to extend his life. There's speculation going around that maybe this character could be our next love interest. We don't know. To me personally, I feel like it's a little too soon for a new love interest, especially since there wasn't really a point in time in the story where another character honestly really stood out aside from the person that Raphael was talking to at the end of chapter 8. He was already debunked as the new love interest before, but that doesn't mean he still can't be. So unless another character shows up in the new update of the story, I don't honestly think we're gonna get another love interest. I feel like it would make more sense if we got the next love interest on maybe the next year, maybe the second year anniversary. Honestly, have no idea, but who knows? Maybe the silhouetted character that we did see at the end of Homecoming Wings could also be the same person that we saw in chapter 8. It could be entirely possible we could be getting a 6th love interest, and that faded shooting star could represent the love interest. But on the other hand, if all of these shooting stars represent each love interest for some reason, what if that faded shooting star actually represents Xavier as well? Because in case you didn't know, in the very first teaser trailer we got for Xavier, he explicitly said, "This is my 214th spring, and it will be my last. I really hate to twist the knife in the Xavier girlies, but are we actually going to witness a character death in the next update involving Xavier?" Honestly, I hope not, because that would make me really sad, because he is a love interest. They can't just kill off a love interest. There's gotta be some way for Xavier to continue living on Earth beyond the 214th spring. So trust me, Xavier girlies, I'm holding out for you that Xavier will be okay after this update. But I do think it is Xavier and Raphael girlies' turn to get a little bit of angst, because we got a hit of Silas and Zane in the recent story update, Death and Rebirth. So I think it's your guys' turn. I know, Raphael girlies, you got a bit of angst in his new myth, for no spoilers or anything. But yeah, there was a bit of angst in the new myth for Raphael, in case you didn't read it. But yeah, no, we need for Raphael girls, the angst is not going to stop. I don't think anyway. But going back to the shooting stars, another thing that it could be hinting is possibly the new feature that's going to be announced in the live stream. Now, there are alleged leaks and rumors of this new feature being circulated around. I personally haven't seen it, and honestly, I've kind of given up on even caring anymore if leaks are happening. It's not my place to police the internet on sharing information. It's the internet. What are you gonna do? The best that I can do is just avoid the leaks as much as possible by like blocking, muting certain people online. And if somehow I see a leak, I just immediately report it to the proper email and the proper channels, and then hope that the leak gets taken down. That's honestly all that I can really do. But there are alleged rumors that the next update may involve a sleeping update with the guys. And no, I'm not talking about wrestling matches. I mean nice, calm, hey, let's lay down together, cuddle, and let's go to sleep kind of together feature. Like I said, don't know if it's true or not. Would be cool if it was true. But the reason why I say the shooting stars could also be hinting that is that in the secret times, audios, which is the ASMR audios for each of the love interests, if you actually pay attention to the UI, there's actually shooting stars going through the UI. And who knows, maybe the shooting stars could represent the secret times and therefore sleeping, because I like listening to the secret times when I go to bed. It's honestly a every night routine at this point. When I feel tired, I'll put on a secret time audio with Zayd or Silas and I'll just go right to sleep. So that's another hint for you. One last tidbit about the lovely shooting stars. Honestly, I should have thought about this earlier while I was yapping, but this might also be the simplest hint of, hey, we're going to announce the next banner, because 5 stars, the limited run 5-star memories, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shooting stars. Yeah, I feel like it was kind of obvious. So we're most likely going to get a banner announcement in the live stream as well. We did get one during the last version update live stream of the nightly rendezvous, and that was spicy. Is this one gonna be spicy? Who knows? Either way, just let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with me or not? Did you see something that I didn't see? Like, let me know what you think. We can have a fun discussion in the comments. I will be doing a watch along of this special 4.0 live stream together. I just need to figure out the scheduling because of my time conversion absolutely sucks. I believe this is either 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning for me because, I'm on that USA West Coast time. So once I figure it out, it will be posted. So until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!